What is up, design family, and welcome back to another episode on the channel. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about one of the most important aspects of successfully running a sportswear brand and honestly getting ahead of the competition, because this is something 99% of customers or actual brands don't even bother doing, and this is customer feedback. Everyone who has ever owned a business knows that your customers are the lifeblood of your business. If they do not inject cash in terms of purchasing your products or your services, well, you're going to find yourself out of luck. So why not actually take a moment to understand and to internalize your customers' feedback and to use that to your advantage? And why should you do this? Well, we're going to dive into the importance of accurately gathering, identifying, and using your customers' feedback to grow a better brand, or one that is more in tune with its customers' requests, and one that is going to rise above the competition and build customer loyalty long term. Welcome to Fit Design TV. Are you interested in sports fashion, design, and manufacturing? Are you establishing your own brand? You're looking good. Anthony, how are we doing? Do you want to? Thank you. Well, you've come to the right place. Lights, camera, action. First, let's actually look at why your customers' feedback is so goddamn important. And it's really quite simple. At the end of the day, you could have done all the market research, all of the design research, all of the product research to design, develop, and produce a great quality product. But at the end of the day, you simply don't have the bandwidth to test your product on as many people as are actually going to buy your product. If you're a band that is worth a damn, you're going to have a wide exposure to many different body types, many different types of customers with different needs, and ultimately, when you put out your product into the real world, you're going to have a tried and battle-tested product. So your customers' feedback is going to allow you to identify kinks in your armor and areas that you would have not thought of before, areas of deficiencies that you would not have thought of before, that are going to allow you to make your product in the next generation that much better. Your customers are able to reflect back at you these small pockets of improvement that can allow you to, one, deliver a superior product to that of your competitors, because they're not even doing this. Two, show your customers that you truly care about what their opinions of your products are, and that you are there to create the best possible products for the benefit of them, and of course, for the benefit of your business. So how does one actually collect customer data? And with so many tools available at our fingertips in this modern day and age, there are a variety of different platforms that you can use, from SurveyMonkey all the way to even AI generated tools that are able to extract, to see what your customers are saying about certain products and about certain trends in your industry. But consider conducting surveys, consider conducting polls, consider asking for reviews, for feedback, consider actually having personal interactions with your customers or customer survey review groups, or just in general go out and ask the right questions and see what pain points your customers are facing on the products that you're launching, and use these pain points as a way to get better. Next up, let's actually look at how to properly use your customers' constructive feedback to help push and improve your sportswear brand. I know it can be quite difficult to hear negative things about the products that you've tried so hard to perfect, but ultimately, no one is perfect, and neither are the products you create. It's natural that you're going to have some customers that have some issues with the products you create. Use this as an opportunity to identify pockets of opportunities to actually improve, to change, to excel above your customers, or to excel your products in terms of that against your competitors, and to create the best products that you possibly can. I know your customers' opinions can be very tough to hear, but they can also be, if you're willing to put your ego aside, be incredibly helpful in guiding and pushing your brand into the right direction. Always make sure to take a moment to analyze recurring patterns, recurring trends in the feedback that you acquire from your customers, and those recurring patterns and those recurring trends are probably going to show you that there is a genuine problem that you have in your products. For example, let's just say you launch a new line of seamless apparel, and a lot of your customers are claiming that certain colorways are sheer because of a lighter dye of color. This is going to give you an indication that most likely you have to change the composition, or maybe increase the thickness of the fabric, or maybe altogether you are not going to be able to provide lighter colors in this specific style, because let's just say you and your customers value a thinner material for this specific legging, then it just might not make sense at all to offer lighter colors. And now that you've actually tested with some customers, they're telling you that the lighter color is just not worth it on this specific product. This is a unique way to use customer source data to be able to inform decisions moving forward. And when customers actually see that you're not afraid to experiment in future launches with feedback that they have provided, they're going to trust your brand that much more, because they know that you have your ear to the ground and that you're actually taking an interest in terms of what they have to say about your brand and what they want out of the products that you're creating specifically for them. Ultimately, this will show your customers that you're committed to implementing their feedback, and that you find their feedback and their interpretations of your products and their engagement in your brand ultimately and extremely valuable. And this will encourage them to keep giving you their much needed insights and their valuable insights to keep pushing your brand forward. Well guys, that is it for today's episode of Fit Design TV. Hopefully you've seen how helpful it is to actually acquire and use your customers' feedback in your brand, in your product development, and even in your marketing. And hopefully moving forward, you're able to take this much needed information to implement it to create a better brand altogether, to elevate yourself outside of your competitors, and to give your customers the best possible brand experience and brand service and brand products that is available on the market. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please consider smashing a massive thumbs up. It really does help us out. It keeps me and my team motivated to keep creating this amazing content for you. Until next time, guys, stay awesome.